Hi, I'm Nick Nanton, and welcome to America's Premier Experts, the one and only place where we bring you the top experts in the world to help you live a better life. And I've got exactly one of those experts here with me today, Dr. Jose Gomez. Dr. Gomez, welcome.
Thank you so much. I am so happy to be here today.
Well, it's great to have you. So you got a really interesting and varied background, including places like Harvard, and you on the advisory council for the Business Review, and you're a psychiatrist. And I mean, man, where do we start? You know, and you work with married people. So let's dig in.
Yes. Well, this is basically what I do and what I have been doing for so many years. I help couples to have better marriages so they can enjoy their marriage. As you know, there is a lot of stress in society these days, and all of this stress is affecting the way we live our lives. Families are not relaxed as we used to be in other times, and because of that, a lot of consequences are happening in marriages. So, if we focus what is going on these days with married couples, we will find that, statistically speaking, 1 out of 2 marriages, that is 50%, that's a lot,
Yeah.
are getting a divorce within 7 years.
Wow.
That is really too bad. And not only that, but it's also affecting the health of those who are having a bad marriage. You have high blood pressure, you have more diabetes, you have cardiovascular problems, all of that because all of the stress generated in a bad, poor marriage. But not only the couples are going through a lot of problems, also the children. It has been proven that children from poor marriages, they have a lot of school problems, a lot of behavioral problems, and also they tend to suffer from depression more than children who are living in good families with good marriages. So seeing all of this for so many years, because this is what I have been doing for the past 43 years as a psychiatrist, I have been looking for something that I could use to help couples who are not having a good marriage. And I have created my own system. I called it the drivers.
The drivers, right? And you're writing a book about it, right?
Yes, exactly.
So tell us a little bit about the drivers.
Yes. The drivers is a system that I have created based on what I call human needs psychology. And I will go into some details about human needs psychology. We all have needs, wants, tendencies of which we are aware of, and many of them we are not. Those that we are not are the most influential, powerful in controlling our behavior. And 4 of them that I have named, that I have coined, the drivers, are the following, and I will explain to you which one they are. One is called the gregarious, another one is called the unique, the third one is called the diversifier, and the 4th one is called the cautious. And let me tell you a little bit about that. If someone is very much influenced by this need that I call the gregarious, this will be someone that is needing, wanting all the time to bond, to belong, to be part of something, to connect, to feel loved. This is the primary need this person might have. If someone has the primary need of a unique, then that person has the need for recognition, to feel important, to feel unique,
Right.
to feel significant. This is what drives their lives and their marriage. If someone has the drive that I call the diversifier, this is the people who likes fun. They're very light, they're not very deep, They like fun, they like changes, they like to have challenges, they like to learn new things, they like to be living at the edge of life. And finally, if someone has the driver that I call the cautious, they are totally the opposite. Cautious, they are, like the name says, very cautious, and they are driven by the need of safety, security. They live in their comfort zone. They don't like risks. And they want to know what are the consequences of their actions before they do anything. So when you look into those 4 drivers, which are the main ones in any marital relationship, we need to find out first what are my drivers controlling me and my relationship in my marriage, and what are the main drivers controlling my spouse. Because if we don't know that, we are just handling superficial issues and not going deeply into the roots of the problems. And this is what I do.
I love it. And so tell me this, you must have helped many people over your long career, but do you have a favorite story maybe you can share with us?
Oh, yes, absolutely. There was this story of a couple who were married for about 7 years. He was a unique. He needed recognition. He needed to feel important. And the only place where he found that was at work. He was very successful and had a very high position in his work. He didn't find that in his home, unfortunately, in his marriage. On the other hand, his wife was a gregarious. What she needed as a good gregarious was to feel bonded to her husband, who was never there, who was always working, to feel connected with a man who was never there, who was always working at the office or at home. So you had a very bad combination there. And eventually they decided to get the divorce. But she had the idea, she heard about me, and she came to my office. He didn't want to come. She came to my office and asked for help. I told them exactly what to do. And within a few months, everything started to change. And today, probably 10 years later, they're happily married. They have 2 children, and they are enjoying their marriage just because they understand each other now. She knows that he needs to be recognized, to be felt important. And he knows that she needs to be feeling that they are bonding, that they are connected, that they have acceptance. And there are a lot of things that they do to meet those needs from each other.
I love it. Well, I know there's probably a lot more people who would love to save their marriage, need your help. How can they find you?
Very easily, if they go to my website, which is www.marriageacademy.us, they will find a lot of information, and especially one free test that I devised. I created that test. So they can find out, and the husband or wife can find out, what are the drivers leading and guiding their relationships. Also, I have a newsletter, a free newsletter, that they can find at drgomez.net. They can receive my newsletters about having a good, meaningful, happy marriage.
I don't know anyone who doesn't need that. Well, Dr. Gomez, thanks so much for joining us.
Okay, thank you so much. It was a pleasure.
My pleasure.